HBK is one of the best wrestlers in WWE history. You cannot doubt his in-ring and unparalleled athleticism. He had a ton of classics with the likes of Kurt Angle, Undertaker, John Cena, and Triple H. He had a lot of classic moments, but these, not so much. Here are the 10 things WWE wants you to forget about Shawn Michaels. Number 10, his relationship with Marty Jannetty. While the WWE will want you to remember that the Rockers were the best tag team to never win the tag team gold, they might want you to forget that Michaels and Jannetty were never best friends. They would constantly bicker, quarrel, and get into backstage fights. And there's even an incident that Shawn smashed a bottle in Jannetty's head in a bar, which led to both guys getting fired. Oh, I'll get to that later. Number 9, Brawl with Bret Hart. The stories of Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels is infamous. You can say that they hated working for each other and always had a personal disdain for one another. But amongst all, this story stands out. During a Raw broadcast from Hartford, Shawn and Bret were involved in a backstage fight with one another. That ended with Bret leaving with chunks of Michaels' hair in his hand. Michaels complained about it and even threatened to leave. The dust is now settled and both are very good friends. Number 8, posing for Gay magazine. Rumor has it that in 1996 someone came to Shawn Michaels and asked for him to pose a semi-nude picture for Playboy. Michaels thought it was a magazine for girls and agreed to it. But the twist in the tale was the majority of the magazine readers were gay. Oops. Michaels had no idea about it, and now WWE's gone PG. They don't like to mention these things too much. Number 7, Chris Jericho punched his wife. Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho's feud in 2008 was certainly one of the best feuds of their respective careers, which led to that amazing ladder match at No Mercy 2008. On one episode of Raw, Jericho, Michaels, and his wife Rebecca Heckingbottom were in the ring. The segment ended with Jericho trying to punch Michaels in the face, but Michaels ducked and the punch landed straight in Rebecca's face, breaking her tooth out. This was a complete accident and a thing WWE will surely want you to forget. Number 6, screwing Vader. Vader was probably the best big man in wrestling history. His works outside WCW and Japan were awesome, but in WWE, Vader was equal to a jobber, and Shawn Michaels is considered to be a big reason for it. See, at SummerSlam 1996, Vader was supposed to win the WWE Championship from Shawn Michaels, but Shawn Michaels refused to drop the title. The program was scheduled till Royal Rumble, but then Vader was scrapped from Psycho Sid because the match with Shawn Michaels was an absolute crap. And Vader was immediately lowered down the card following this debacle. Number 5, the WrestleMania 20 main event. Now this is a damn shame because this is probably one of the greatest WrestleMania main events of all time. And it's also one of the most emotional moments of all time. Chris Benoit took on Triple H and Shawn Michaels for the World Heavyweight Championship and finally won, making Triple H tap out. 3 years later, Chris Benoit killed himself, his son, and his wife, and after the heinous act, WWE removed him from history, so Shawn Michaels was also part of that main event, they wouldn't like you to remember that. Number 4, he was supposed to face The Rock at WrestleMania. The Rock vs. Shawn Michaels could have been the biggest feud of the decade, and both guys could have created a magic at WrestleMania and gave us the best WrestleMania match of all time, and we all were ready to see it at WrestleMania 20. But The Rock straight out refused to work with HBK, stating the fact that HBK had insulted his grandmother a few years ago. And HBK and Triple H were trying to play politics on him when The Rock was a young up-and-comer. Number 3, the SummerSlam 2005 fiasco. At SummerSlam 2005, Hulk Hogan faced HBK in a Legend vs. Icon match. It was originally supposed to be 2 matches where Hulk Hogan would win one and Shawn would win the other. But the Hulkster straight out refused to put Shawn Michaels over, and to teach Hogan the lesson, Michaels decided to hilariously oversell every move of Hogan. What easily was a dream match everybody wanted to see turned out to be a big joke and one of the worst SummerSlam matches of all time. Number 2, he tagged with God? Now where do I even start this? At WrestleMania 22, Vincent McMahon got his bloody ass whooped by Shawn Michaels. To take revenge, old Vinny with his son Shane challenged Shawn Michaels to a tag team match at Backlash. Michaels' tag team partner? God. Yup. In the build-up, Vinny would go to church and mess around with holy water, and in the event, God would come down depicted as a spotlight. Vince McMahon made fun of God and danced to a song called Somebody Call My Mama. Vince is beyond lunatic. And number 1, rumored relationship with Vince McMahon. Now, this is not a confirmed piece, but according to Bret Hart, Vince and Shawn had a homosexual relationship. The reason why this did not go so much was it was told by Bret Hart, who I already had said had a bad relationship with Shawn Michaels. But it can be true because it hasn't been denied or confirmed by either Vince or Shawn. Whatever the case, this remains one of the biggest urban myths of all time.